Hi guys, it is July 22nd. We had a pretty good day, especially early on this morning, and I'm just going to point out some of the trades we took. Right off the bat, the market jumped onto a very nice positive uptrend here. And this was a great run over 10 points. Several people on the shorter term charts took this down here. And remember, this is a 5-minute chart. This is what I like to trade off of. I actually took this on a 2-minute chart right about here and exited up here somewhere around for 2 points. However, on the 5-minute chart, my entry was right here on the simulator simulating this, and the reason it was right here, based off of pre-market, what you can't see, we have a TC. We've got a higher low here. And this is where the market opened with an extreme kink here in the lower indicator going up through. And based off of that kink, I decided it was a good entry right in here, and I was in it for the trend. So I started writing this. Now this first candle really didn't go anywhere, but then it pushed through, kind of started to hesitate, going sideways again, and I was going to ride this out. And the whole time I'm looking at this, I'm watching what my lower indicators are doing right here, okay? So it almost came into a cross right here to go back down, but it didn't. And I was waiting to see if it would. It didn't, so I stayed in, and the reports came out and it pushed up even further. So now it peaks out right up here and starts leveling out, going sideways, and almost immediately my lower indicator crosses right in through here, giving me an exit right here. So getting out for 9 points off of this trade down here, that was a nice run for the morning. That one was probably the best trade of the day. I waited around to see if we had any other signals, and it was real difficult to find anything very significant at all. We did have divergence developing right here between the highs. Then we've got basically a double high with a double top with divergence happening here, but still with this out not being in the lower below the zero line, I wasn't sure I wanted to take it. It did run a good 3 or 4 points going short there, but not really worth anything, any taking that there. We saw a potential signal happening here with a high and a lower high. Whether you took this or not, it would have depended upon what you were looking at with the volume. I did not take it because I didn't feel like the volume was there, but it was it is definitely a signal that is worth looking at. Sorry, let me minimize this a little bit. But as you look through this, you can see that there was definitely something happening here, and it turned right around on us. As far as any other indications throughout the rest of the day, we didn't have anything. Not really anything tradable. However, look what happened at the end here. This was something that turned so strong with momentum. You can see the indicators going down so sharply, the volume just skyrocketing up. As this was basically the last half hour of the market going on, an entry at any break of support would have been appropriate, and you're probably using a smaller time frame to help guide this. This one ran several points, and you can see from my entry, which was right in here at the break of this support level, it ran about 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is not in the point value there. It's kind of difficult to read exactly how far that went, but from 1091 all the way down to 1085.75. So a pretty good run down, and definitely at least 4-point value off of that trade. So very nice signal there. As far as shorter term charts go, we did see some good signals. Here's a 2-minute, but you got to remember that when you are taking shorter term trading, see, this is exactly where you can look at getting into this going short. When you see the momentum there, look at a shorter term chart and see if it helps you find a better place to enter. See, I told you the entering at the break of support is a good idea, but when you look at like a 2-minute here, you can see that this support level is right in here. What did the market do? It came in, hesitated, and then came down for the second round, breaking that support. That's my favorite position of all. That's what I love to look for. That particular pattern, when it hits a support resistance, bounces back slightly, and then continues through. So keep that in mind when you're looking at those. That will help you find those good runs that we like to see. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to help you out, and I'll talk to you next time.